everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. I want to do another video for you on the Transport Workers Union Local 100, Richard Davis, forcing all of his retirees into Medicare Advantage and some of the issues it has caused. We've already done a few videos and I want to do a few more. I also want to highlight or put the focus on a really slick move by TWU comms and what they're doing in trying to get retirees perpetuate Richie Davis's big lie that Medicare Advantage is wonderful and it's enhanced. And what he did was he had Jimmy Whalen, who's the president of the Retirees Association, the official group that's actually controlled by the union. He's appointed by the union. He's probably paid by the union. If I remember correctly, he gets a very decent stipend, actually. So, and these are not elected positions. These are appointed, and according to their constitution, they are supposed to carry the union message. Now, one of the other issues, which we'll probably get into in a video in the future, is about the issues that were the leadership of the Transport Workers Retirees Association when this was all coming down. So, unfortunately, because these are paid positions, they're patronage, and they have to keep their loyalty to the union in order to keep their paycheck. Now, that doesn't mean that they don't have to have a conscience. I mean, they can. They can definitely step forward and air some of the garbage that's been happening, but they don't, because unfortunately, these types of leaders are more interested in themselves than they are union as a whole. And that's disappointing, and it's also a detriment to the union movement. And I want to show you some of this because these were some of the videos that were also on TWU Local 100's website. And this becomes an issue. You've got people like Jimmy Whalen and Mr. McCormick and this gentleman here. And what they did was Michael McGrath. Now, their statements are valid. They like their Aetna Medicare Advantage plan, right? No problem. They like it. But what they're not saying is that they understand that the plan works for them and it works for them right now. What they're not saying is that they honor and respect the fact that it may not work for everyone. You were never forced into one healthcare plan. Why would all of these gentlemen here be okay to force people into a health plan that doesn't benefit them? Maybe they're all happy. Maybe James is happy in whatever, North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever the heck he lives, that he's happy with the plan, but he should respect a union brother, sister who is in an area or has physicians that they don't. And their voices are being used to perpetuate the lie that this plan is perfect. It's perfect for them for now. And what they're also not understanding is that the Aetna plan recognizes it's in current litigation and it doesn't really want to screw people over. So they're really being careful and walking a delicate line to make sure that there's not too many issues that people can gripe about. Those will come later. So this is not an anomaly. Medicare Advantage plans, if you're living under a rock, then you haven't read that even Congress, the Department of Justice, Office of the Inspector General has been doing these types of reports, finding out how horrible these plans are. Your plan, gentlemen, is the same. Now I want to introduce you to Paul Rosenberg. Paul is living in New Jersey, and he is a transit retiree who's taking care of a very sick wife who, when they were put onto this Aetna Medicare Advantage plan, caused a lot of problems. Watch this.
Good afternoon. It's a question, and I want to let you guys know something. My wife has COPD, and it got bad. She was hospitalized back in May. I never had a problem with my health care. I retired in 2008. I gave him 26 years. Then I get a letter. She's being evaluated, by the way, at Columbia Presbyterian in Upper Manhattan. It's over 2 years now. Everything was covered. You name the doctor's title, she's seen them, she was tested, everything. Then I get a letter that Columbia Presbyterian may not be in my network anymore. Now you're talking about a lung transplant I'm going to lose her. So the stress that we will put on I wanted to strangle Richie the moron Davis. Okay? I'm one pissed off retiree, and I'm not giving up. I refuse to give up. I'm going after this guy with everything that I have. I'm just angry at him. And I don't have hate in my body, but this particular guy I hate. Because I got stories that may come out in the chief. Follow the chief. You'll see my name is Paul Rosenberg. And so fast forward, I'm in a rehab right now. She wanted to, I called an ambulance September 20th. She was having respiratory failure. They had her on the room, then they had to transfer to ICU. So this is Hackensack Meridian. I get a letter from Hackensack Meridian because I moved to Jersey, and more stress. Now I got to deal with, okay, so I was actually to the point where I'm thinking, do I mortgage my house? Do I go on traditional Medicare and to hell with the 20%, I'll claim bankruptcy? I don't know. This is the point they pushed me to. So that's why I'm angry and I'm going full force. And I heard, I got to find out before I write my letters and make my phone calls. I heard that Richie Davis does not have the right to negotiate by the bylaws retirees' health benefits. I'm going to find out if that's true. If it is, I'm going to call the Department of Justice. I'm going to call the Department of Labor. I'm going to call the IRS. He's going to be sorry that he messed with her. So does anybody know, does he actually have the right? Because his attorney actually said that they have zero obligations to the retirees. So if that's the case, why does he negotiate our contracts? Why did he take Mike Tetrone out of there, took over the Retirees Association when it was $200,000 when Toussaint was there and Jimmy Mahoney, built it up to $5 million. And now John Chiarillo calls him in and fires him on the spot. Your services are no longer needed. I called Jimmy Whalen. I wanted the minutes from him. He told me a mother effer. This is our union rep for the Retirees Association. He called me a mother effer. So I'm going after Whalen. I'm going after Davis. Join the fight. I'm sitting in rehab right now. I'm pressed for time. I'm here. This is my life right now. I had to jump through hoops to get her into a rehab. Why did I have to do that? I was once proud to be a union member. I'm not so proud anymore. We need a guy like the guy from the International Longshoremen's Association. That's a union guy. He looks out for his members. Our member literally threw us underneath the bus. Got my hands on the minutes. And there's $1.5 million from November 22nd till now that's unaccounted for. So the old saying, follow the money.
So you can see these videos on the TWU 100R YouTube channel. There's a few videos there that we've highlighted as well. So please feel free to go over there and watch the videos directly from their channel. Also, they have a Facebook page and their website is www.twu100r.org. This is the organization that's been fighting to protect their health care and try to get back their traditional Medicare and supplement provided by MTA Transit. So please join their fight. They could definitely use your help. They are doing grassroots fundraising for the litigation. Litigation is very expensive. And that's, of course, what the union and the city or the transit is hoping for, is that they run out of money and can no longer fight for you. So please commit yourself to making a small monthly donation to help keep them afloat and keep this litigation going. So Paul does make a few very valid points. An active union cannot represent a retiree. But what they have been doing around the country is unions, some, have been liquidating their retiree health plans and forcing their retirees into these Medicare disadvantage plans. And as we always say, and in the words of Wendell Potter, Medicare Advantage is not Medicare, and it is not an advantage. So you can hear the struggle that Paul's having. This is consistent with what we've been saying for the last 4 years. You need to protect yourself, because what Richard Davis did is they'll keep throwing the contract up and go, we got our contract and the contract says there's no diminishment of benefit. But dude, you did diminish benefits. You diminished benefit for every active worker and every current retiree. And the active workers don't even understand healthcare. They don't understand how their healthcare changes when they turn 65, and they don't think this affects them. This is their future. And trust me, if they are not successful in rolling this back, when the current workers are Medicare eligible, they're going to be hunting him down. They're going to ask him, what the hell did you do to us? So this is a travesty, and he's absolutely right. This is not a strong union leader that took their most vulnerable population and liquidated their healthcare for raises. And he admits it. He's admitted this in his shop gates. But other union leaders did the same exact thing. The Municipal Labor Committee, under the auspice of Henry Garrido, Harry Nispoli, Michael Mulgrew, basically pushing that plan, which was UFT, DC 37, and sanitation, they did the same thing. They liquidated retiree health benefits for their raises and to make sure that their health care remained premium free. So keep up the good fight, everyone. This is exactly what happens in Medicare Advantage. This does not exist in traditional Medicare. Traditional Medicare is a federal public health benefit. There are no networks. 99% of doctors in America accept the plan. You don't have to go through this garbage when you need to go into a rehab or skilled nursing. This is because a for-profit insurance company, Aetna, now controls your Medicare. And because their primary focus is their shareholders and making a profit, you are secondary. And while they are administering your Medicare for you, they make the rules on how that is effectuated. They determine what's medically necessary, not your doctor, like in traditional Medicare. And this is why you don't put a for-profit insurance company in charge of your health benefits. A federal public health benefit of Medicare. It was one of the greatest civil rights achievements that was passed in 1965 with the support of union. What the TWU Local 100 just did was privatize their Medicare and put their lives in the hands of a for-profit insurance company who has to make a profit for their shareholders. Please fund the TWU 100R group at twu100r.org. Help them with a monthly sustainable donation, whatever you can give, $25, $50, whatever you can afford, but please donate to them monthly. That way this doesn't happen to you. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you listening. In solidarity.